Dude, where's my car? Where's your car, dude?
Who told you you can eat my cookies?
Well, all I hear all day long at school is how great Marcia is at this or how wonderful Marcia did that. Marcia, Marcia, Marcia!
Pizza! Pizza, pizza, going Tommy, me so hungry, me so hungry.
When you're working through finding the right people in your life, it can be tough in a digital world. With swiping apps, digits, it can be confusing. Well, on the Al Travis Show, we have Heather Dugan, our relationship expert, to help with all your relationship questions.
Love having her on. She's Heather Dugan. Heather, how are you?
I am well. I was just reveling in the fact that the snow has melted a tiny bit here in Ohio. I can see the frozen stream now that was buried. So progress.
Isn't it amazing how much better you feel when you can feel that that's happening your way? We're looking at some 50-degree days here. I think my snow could be gone, and it makes me a very happy guy. It just does.
I saw grass yesterday. It was like a little tiny bit of it, but it was green. It was there. It was real. Yeah.
It just changes people's attitude. It's so funny because 50 degrees going the other way when it was, in the fall, we got to 50. It's like, it's too cold to go outside. I don't want to go out there. It's just too nasty. And I'm excited to get out today and enjoy some sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
It's good for a person's
20.
attitude.
You're good.
Yeah. So, everything else going on in your life? How's family? You have a wedding coming up, don't you?
No, I have a baby coming up. You have the wedding. Right. We got to keep track of this out. You've got the wedding.
So many things.
Not personally, but I'm going to be a grandma. Yay! So I'm excited about that. I saw her little face the other day. The ultrasounds are so good now. I mean, you can practically see what they're thinking. I mean, it's just in the little limbs and fingers and just a little beauty. Yes.
You look so excited about that. Weddings are different. The babies coming are fun. I mean, you have one baby shower maybe, and then you help them out. But then two.
Mm-hmm. Well, she lives in Indiana. There'll be one in Indiana and one in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. The wedding thing, they are just changing this whole thing all up. I was invited to the bachelor party.
Okay, good.
Which is a weekend.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, again, when I was, loving you this, we went to my brother's garage and had a couple of cocktails, and the guys showed up, and it was fun. My dad did stop by for 1 hour, said, hey, good thing, and left. I'm invited for a weekend of young men sporting games and shopping. Like, no. I told them I'll come Friday night, see you all when I'm leaving. Is that wrong? Bachelor parties are a young man's game. They are not for old people.
But isn't it wonderful they see you in that light? As
no,
somebody
it's
that could
it's a gift grab, and you know it.
And be, so you're going to go on Friday and not do the gift if you're supposed to?
Well, I'll bring a gift.
But I'm only here for this amount of time, so I will give you a third of the gift.
Well, when did a bachelor party become a weekend thing? They're getting like an Airbnb, like 14 guys. I'm like, I'm not in college anymore. I'm not sleeping on the floor. I'm not doing that. No.
Well, I think as father of the groom, you could at least get a sofa. I would think that you would think.
So that's out. And then the other thing, so then there's the bridal showers, and there's usually one on each side, as I understand. This is cool. Mm-hmm. And then they made them couple showers.
Yeah.
When did that come up? Why do I got to go to that? I'm doing the bachelor party thing. Why am I on the other side? These things make no sense to me. Why?
These are opportunities, Al. You are looking at them. You're looking at them as obligations.
My wife said I had to go.
That's to your calendar. And
the wife said I had to go, so that is an obligation. If I want to go, I don't have to put it on my calendar. I'll remember.
All right, yeah, but it is an opportunity to kind of gather with people that all are excited about the same thing. You're supporting a happy couple, and you're going to meet some new people, have some new conversations. It's good. You'll find out a little more about the people you're matching your family up with.
So a weekend bachelor party. I presume the gal's going to have one of those as well. 2 wedding showers and then a couple shower. So I got to get together. I got to get 5 times with these people between now and May so that we can get together in May and have the deal. I mean, we're not even talking the deal here. And I throw this out. I shouldn't do this, but I will. Got to get a suit. Going to get a suit for this.
Oh, you were supposed to be measured. Did you do it?
I did. This is what's upsetting me. Not that my measurements didn't upset me enough. Trust me, I was in no mood. But you go up. It was a 2-hour ride, 2.5 hour ride up and get up there. Get measured. Took nothing. Put this coat on. Oh, you're this. And then take it. All right, you're good. And I said, wait a minute. Don't you got to measure my inseam? Oh, no. That's the second fitting. So what are you talking about, a second fitting? My inseam isn't going to change. Why do we got to have a second meeting? Well, that's how we do this. So in 3 weeks, I drive another 2 hours up, 2.5 hours up, and then they'll do my measurements. And then the kicker, they send it off to get her done, the final fitting. I have 3 trips to the cities just to get the suit. Don't mark the 5 times I got to get together for funsies. Don't tell me this isn't an obligation. This is over the top.
That's a lot of fit, but I'm not familiar with menswear on this at this point. But I would say just have Stephanie have a handy stapler ready if you bag out on the hemming. Yeah,
amen on that.
That could work.
It's gotten a lot.
Yeah,
and I just know the end date. It's kind of like when you're in the service and you just knew how many days, how many sleeps it was till you're out again. I know when that is, and that's not good. You did something.
I think you need to just shift your perspective a little bit. There will be fun moments within this. It may feel like a lot, but you're squeezing all your fun into a very compressed time. So it's going to feel like a little overwhelming maybe.
Yeah, this should take years to do. All right, the thing you set out, which I really liked, some couples are turning their weddings into trivia night. And as far as the entertainment goes, I love that idea.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's an upgrade from the Hokey Pokey, right? So you could, instead of everybody awkwardly standing or doing whatever you engage everybody together in a common cause to advance important information in the world.
Well, I like the idea that you don't have to listen to the music anymore. Last wedding I went to about 2 months ago, I don't have a clue what in the world they were playing. Yeah, I don't have them. It is loud. I think trivia night would be much more fun. I love this idea, but because I don't need the dancing anymore.
Okay. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. I think the whole idea of engaging the whole group together instead of people trying to fit here or there and feeling awkward with people they don't know, they have an opportunity to pull together on something, and it's fun. It sounds like a lot of fun.
It does.
Different, and people are like, go ahead.
I don't know when's the last wedding you went to?
I went to one a few months ago. Actually, I know I've been to a couple recently.
Okay.
One was multicultural. That was kind of fun. So,
something different. This one, and this is what I mean by the music and being loud and stuff. Once you're all scattered throughout all the tables, everything's normal, then they kick the music on. And my wife, 1 hour into it, I said, look what happened. All us gray hairs were over in a corner as far away from the music as possible. It was no getting together. It was too darn loud. I love this idea. Here's another idea that I want to throw after you. It's kind of prom/wedding. I saw a commercial on TV, and I don't remember the insurance company, which tells why the ad is fantastic, but it didn't do its job. Is that kids were selling their naming rights for when they graduated. Yeah. So it comes up, Bobby Johnson with, suntan lotion or something. And the guy screams, and I'm like, I love this idea. So I proposed it to the girls in my church group that are going to prom this year, that the Al Travis Show will sponsor their prom. When they name the, Bob and Jill, they're brought to you by the Al Travis Show. And they're thinking about it. I like this. I love this a lot. And then my thought is, why can't this be a wedding thing?
Oh, sure.
Well, and for everything, let's say you want to have a free bar. I want to have a free open bar for everybody. Brought to you by Captain Jack.
Yeah.
Jack and Dan, let's have the Captain Morgan Cokes are on us. And just have, why not? They're so darn expensive anymore. Let's get some sponsorships going.
Well, influencers are doing that, but I think, Al, you need to get in the game. Definitely. I mean, I think you need to put out a call if anybody is looking for sponsors.
That's what I just did.
I think yes, you did, didn't you, Nair? Okay.
You're having a wedding. You're having a prom.
Is your son going for it? Is your son going for it for the wedding? Yeah. Brought to you by.
I think with the power I have over my son, I could have got it done. But his fiance looked at me like there was a third eye in the middle of my forehead, and there was no way. And I think her side was going to put the big X-nay on it. No, but if there's a couple out there, I think if you're willing to have your wedding brought to you by the Al Travis Show or your prom or whatever, I think there's room in this market.
I'm just thinking of all the markets. There's sports. We haven't touched the sports stuff. You could really go to town on this, Al. I think you're dreaming too small.
Here's what I'm thinking is all I would ask for besides the logo and the mentioning of the Al Travis Show is you'd have a little UR code that you're at What is it?
It's a QR code.
This is how much I've
You said
through
UR.
this. Yeah, okay. Well, UR code.
Okay.
It'd be my UR code where you could go there and you take the picture of it, and then you go to my Facebook site or my post, so I get like 100,000 views. And if I get, for every 10,000 views, there's more money I would throw at your wedding. So it'd come, and then they would be out there promoting you for their wedding. I'd love that. So their friends and their family's friends would all. This could be huge, really huge.
Okay.
You don't like it.
Well,
You're looking at me like.
I'm interested to see how many phone calls you get, Al. I think it's an interesting thought. No, I know that influencers do it for, like you're saying, Captain J, for some of the
Captain Morgan or something.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's
Think
good.
about it.
I think it's worth thinking about.
Yeah,
especially
for
let
prom.
that gel a little bit.
These kids have no money, like to go to prom. Prom's expensive. I pony up the cash, and they're just brought to you by the Al Travis. Well, it'd get. So
you just got to find the market that's needy enough. That's
what I'm saying. Go with these young kids who had no money. I got to go to break. We'll be back after this. Right. We got more with Heather Dugan, our relationship expert.
You need a friend at the Capitol who knows how to get things done.
And you're in luck, because that's exactly who we are. Your friends at the Capitol, and we deliver results.
At Momentum Advocacy, we bring decades of experience in lobbying, public affairs, and crisis communications.
From local nonprofits to national corporations, we help you move policy, manage your media, and make your voice heard.
We're not just seasoned pros, we're essential partners.
Momentum Advocacy, your friends at the Capitol. Learn more at momentum-advocacy.com.
Everybody knows you have to have a guy in the auto repair business. If you want a car, you need to know Paul. Paul owns Jay's Auto Shop. I don't know. Ask him. Jay's Auto Shop's locally and veteran-owned. Paul's your guy in the car business. He'll fix just what needs fixing, make sure it's done right, and at a fair price. You want to know your car's being taken care of, take it to Paul at Jay's Auto Shop. 202 North Main Street, Blue Earth, 507-525-1052. 507-525-1052.
As in alligator. L also in alligator. But it's not alligator. It's the Al Travis Show.
And we've got her, Heather Dugan, in with us, talking relationships, that sort of thing. You actually sent me I thought was an interesting article from, what was it, the The New York Times? Let me see what that makes. Yeah, the New York Times. About us here in Minnesota and people finding their voices or something. Explain how you think that story went, because I think this is kind of a universal truth. Go ahead. What
I liked was it kind of highlighted, we talk about Minnesota nice. Somebody else referenced that the other day, right after you were talking about going through New York, trying Minnesota nice on everybody, or DC.
Yeah,
that was.
Look at everybody in the eye.
But but just really kind of having an opportunity almost to embody that together, and to realize that is a value that everybody shares, that many share. And how the terrible times you guys have been going through are really kind of stoking that awareness of that undercore that you share, the importance and the value.
I think it's the idea of bonding for bonding's sake. This is what I got of it. I mean, not everybody bonds on the other side of the a sports team like the Super Bowl. Everybody has that we got to get together attitude. In Minnesota, winter is a very non-getting together time. So when something like the ice stuff happens and people are getting together for the quote-unquote common cause, it's getting them together is my point. Weddings can do that too, I guess. But it's getting them together and having that sense of we belong, because otherwise you would have been in your house for the next 2.5 months, right? I mean, there's that added.
Very true. And we've had some of that here too, and it's the same kind of idea. People are finding that there are other people despite all the snow and everything else, and that there are people that you can connect on something, and that's essential to living your life well.
And if there are other reasons, like Super Bowl, I guess it'd be a positive reason to do that. On this negative side, or like an ice thing, or where it's been declared war and Nazis and the rest, when you go through things that are in your mind warlike, we went through NAM together, or we went through this together, there's a bond there that is just deeper than the Super Bowl. It's fun to get together and do that, and we do it every year. But the folks in the article here, they bonded over the fact they were rebels, right? I mean, the rebels with a cause. I'm not ripping anybody's, but that's a deeper meaning than we went and had chicken wings. Yeah. Purpose. There you go. That's a good word.
We all that's essential to really feeling a part of your world, right? And to leaving the legacy you want to leave. But I think I thought that was good. One of the lines I liked in the article was someone was worried about going and not know kind of how will I fit in, that kind of idea. And she said it's like going to a Lutheran potluck. You'll be fine.
And Minnesotans, we know what that means. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And somebody else commented on how in the group, it was, they didn't notice the cold. They walk away and suddenly it's like 20 degrees colder. But just that is true when you're with people, and besides the physicality of body heat, but there is something unifying, and that warms us up in the insides. Yeah.
It is an interesting article. It was the New York Times, and I am very glad you threw it out to us here. It's worth the read. Sure. It is behind a paywall for folks to know, but go find it. New York Times, we found our voice. Many in Twin Cities emerge with a sense of power. That's the name of the article. I thank you for bringing it here. If someone were interested enough and said, I like Heather Dugan here on the show, how can they get you to either Zoom or fly out or meet with their group and talk literally about emotions and how to make things work better in the office or with their group? How would they do that?
Yeah. Reached out to me at my website. There's a link there to get in touch. You can look for me on social media. HeatherDugan.com, HeatherDugan, easy to spell. Heather, Dugan is Dugan. I have books. I have a lot of, I think, thoughts on the important parts of life, which is connecting with one another, connecting with ourselves. These can be shared as workshops, talks. I've done keynotes, whatever you need. I'll work with you.
It's always easy. I appreciate you. I really do, Heather. I thank you for sending those articles. They're very interesting today.
Sure.
We'll get back in here in a couple weeks. It's Heather Dugan on the Al Travis Show.
If it's your turn to host a game, Grandpa's Barbecue suggests